Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome as always to another helping of Mr. H's Hot Pot. You join me today, sat in the old jalopy where I'm about to have a little slurpee. Out in the countryside, in the middle of nowhere, miles away from anywhere. The only person, or only other being that I'm close to is my dog Lucy in the background, which you can probably hear her there rummaging around. Now, we've just been for a bit of a walk out in the fields there, and we've been practising social distancing, which is a buzzword and a key phrase today, isn't it? Especially with last night's announcement. Today, as I make this video, it's the 24th of March 2020, and last night our Prime Minister Boris Johnson went on the air to tell the nation that for the main part, for the next 3 weeks, we're going to have to remain indoors and stay at home, wherever and whenever possible. There's a limited amount of reasons that you can have for leaving your home, obviously shopping, helping someone who's vulnerable, a family member, something like that, providing you don't come into contact with them. And the other one of the reasons is exercise. You know, people still need to exercise. You know, you shouldn't just become a couch potato and use this as an excuse to not do anything. So that's what we've been doing. We've been coming out and doing our exercise. You're only allowed out once, apparently, according to the guidelines, although it doesn't state how long you can stay out for. So that's what we've been doing. We've just been going through the fields here on public footpaths, out and about and miles away from anyone. And that's how I'm getting round it. Now, I'm quite lucky, to be honest, because where I'm from, my hometown of Wigan, I'm only about 4 miles, a short drive away from open spaces where I can be away from anyone. But there's some people out there who aren't that lucky, really. You know, they live in the big cities or they live in large towns, and their open spaces and green spaces are public parks. And sadly, as the weekend proved, that's just gone, you know, every man and his jack, his wife, and the dog Jinky's going there, aren't they? You know, they're getting rather crowded as people, ironically, finally do what the NHS and the government have been begging and pleading them to do for decades, which is get out and do some exercise. You know, now they've closed all the pubs and clubs and things like that, all the fast food outlets, so you've not got anywhere else to go. People have been making for the beach and the parks and that, and the government have suddenly turned around and said, no, we don't want you to do that at this moment in time, you know, because you can't maintain a safe distance from your fella man or woman. So sadly, we want you to go back indoors. There's an irony, isn't it? And another sad thing is the weather has suddenly become nice, hasn't it? You know, just a few weeks back it was hammering it down. We've got wind, rain, and you know, last month we had all those storms, and it wouldn't have been a bad thing to remain indoors back then. But now the weather's picked up, we all have to stop in. It'll look well, won't it, if we have the best summer that is on record and no bugger can enjoy it. You know, it's just one of those things though, isn't it? But for everybody out there who's mourning, you know, that Boris Johnson has brought in these measures, I think something had to be done. You know, he has to curtail it the best way that he can. There is no vaccine for it at present. You know, some conspiracy theorists will say, yeah, it's in a laboratory, you know, royal family will have been given it and all this kind of rubbish. They haven't. It isn't out there. So the only way is for us to, you know, separate and become introverts. Now, for me, it doesn't really impact my life so much as yet, because I've always done this kind of thing. You know, I've been practising social distancing most of my life, hot potters, if I'm being honest. You know, I don't have a large group of friends or a large family that I interact with on a regular basis. You know, I much prefer coming out to places like this and doing my own thing, you know, just me and the dogs, or me, Mrs. H, and little Toby now. So I don't really feel it as much as people who enjoy being in a large circle of friends and things like that. I suppose they're feeling it now, and certainly getting cabin fever. You know, I mean, I had to get out, and I'd only been in a couple of hours, you know, because I like being in the great outdoors. Now, I can't really see what I'm doing really affecting the grand scheme of things. I mean, I will adhere to it, and I will return back to my authorised zone in a while, and I won't come out again until tomorrow. But coming out places like this, I don't think you're going to catch much harm. You know, some farmer that's in middle of moors in Yorkshire somewhere, you know, he's not really at risk, is he? Providing he doesn't go into town or anything like that to do his shopping, they'll be fine. You know, it's the people who are in large cities and large towns, I suppose, that really need to watch what they're doing. But yeah, unfortunately, these measures that the government have put in place have also going to have an impact on Mr H's hot pot activities, because I won't be able to go out wandering about in places where there's likely to be people, you know, even if I do wish to go and have a look at a little curiosity or something like that. So it'll probably be more videos like this where I'm either in the car, the old jalopy, or I'm out and about walking. I mean, the only reason that I'm making this video from the old jalopy is because it's rather windy out there, and I did do a take wandering round, and when I played it back, all you could hear was, and I'm talking like this. So, you know, it ruined it, really. That's why I'm doing this video from the old jalopy. So, folks, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to get back to my authorised zone before they come and pick me up and take me back. And I'll hopefully see you soon. I may see you tomorrow. I may make this a regular vlog, you know, the lockdown vlogs or something like that. We'll have to see how it goes. No doubt I'll probably still do my regular letters from TV licensing for you, because it appears that those are still dropping through people's doors. You know, we've got a worldwide pandemic going on the bloody BBC. You know, they're still bothered that there might be people out there watching TV without a licence. You know, it's bloody crazy, isn't it, really? It really is. So that little bit of my channel will stay the same, I think. But they're going out looking at curiosities and going wandering around where people are likely to be. I'm going to have to suspend that, possibly for the foreseeable. I mean, they're saying it'll take about 3 weeks, this, before they'll review it again, you know. But in 3 weeks' time, I don't think they're going to suddenly turn around and say, hey, everything's okay now, you can go back out again. I think what Boris will do, he'll impose more measures, you know, they'll keep it going for a bit longer, and before we know where we are, we'll have done the 12 weeks sat indoors, won't we? I think that's the right idea. If they were for it people and say you have to stop in for 3 months, you know, that's a big number, isn't it? 3 weeks, we can just about manage it. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of here and, like I say, get back to my authorised zone. So, until the next time, from myself, Mr H, and little Lucy, who's snoring away there in the back of the old jalopy, it is bye-bye for now.